Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to episode 5 of the Great War Western Front, the Allies' side of the Entente, depending on how you want to call it. Now, they didn't actually do it in-game, but apparently there has been an assault on Verdun. Germany needed a decisive blow against the Allies that would deplete their forces and break their will. The cost to attack Russia or Britain was too high. That left France. Verdun, a fortress area with great historical symbolism to the French people, was chosen as the target. Germany got what they wished for. France dedicated so much manpower to Verdun that it became one of the longest and bloodiest battles of the war. The conflict resulted in over 700,000 casualties and removed 9 villages from the map. For decades, an area called the Zone Rouge was considered an area of banned development due to the presence of potentially active explosive and chemical artillery rounds, some of which are probably still present. Yeah, I don't think they have probably cleared up everything. Now, situation is, it is October 1915 still. I'm considering whether I want to make an attack this turn, but considering how badly these guys have done, I mean, this is 10 cores per tile. They both hit Arras. They both fucked up. I sent them packing with a victory and a major victory. I don't think I can do that in Oudenaarde. I would attack with 15 cores. The game says it's likely a major loss. I don't agree with the analysis, but it's still not something I'm really willing to test. Over on the southeast, we got Colmar, Sarrebourg. I don't think any of these really warrant an attack right now. And again, I still don't really feel that comfortable going on the offensive without armor. Now, they've launched an attack from a spy from Ghent. It's counterintelligence, though. I think. The scout me. I'm not so sure. Anyway, the whole intel game is not something I play along with. This time around, they're attacking somewhere else. The stack from Lille is going to go to Hazebroek, which, sadly, does not have a supply cache. I kind of overlooked this tile. So this means we're going to have to go into battle. And I don't have nearly as many supplies as I used to. So the defense is going to be forming up around one of my points and letting everything crash into my defenses as I try to hold on for dear life. Alright, the base defenses of the structure are set up. This is what I'm going to go with. Double line of trenches basically everywhere except for the middle. And I'm now figuring out what to do with the rest of my supplies. This is the stack that also had a bomber in it, or at least one bomber, most likely 2. So going at it with mortars, machine guns, what have you, not very likely to work out very well. So I will not do that. What I'm instead thinking of doing is seeing if I can trick the AI by having a couple of sideways trenches with barbed wire between them. You see, barbed wire is costing me 10, but a trench is not. And the trenches here are useless because we cannot shoot at each other from trench to trench. So the plan here is, does the AI get into the trench and then decide, this is trash, and climb out of the trench, at which point they will get shot at again? I don't know, and I'm eager to find out. So this is the plan. We're going to have these sort of useless diversionary trenches. You can also probably do it with a comm trench, but the AI doesn't get into a comm trench. They use comm trenches to go sideways if they have to, like if they're connected. Beyond that, they don't actually use them. I'll not put any men in these to make sure that they don't really have any strategic value. It's just there so to see if they will actually do anything. Yeah, here I could put like a couple of these things just stupid positioning, really. Just make it something that makes absolutely no sense from either an attacker or a defender perspective, like that. But if they get in, they're going to take time getting in. If they get out, they're going to take time getting out. So that's the plan. Will this work? I don't know. I like to keep an open mind, be playful with strategies, and see what works. Now, as predicted, they have a bomber in the air. And I suspect this is kind of the signal to attack. the AI simply doesn't have anything to strike. But there is one option. There is one possibility, which is that they have upgraded their bombers to now being able to do strafing runs. If this is true, they'll be able to start strafing my trenches. Unless that's the fighter's role. I don't know, I never use them. We'll just have to wait and see. At the very least, I can tell you they're capturing Bravo, and judging by the sheer speed of which they're doing this, they got a lot of men there. So the main attack is going to come from this orientation, which is valuable information for me, as it allows me a bit of time to send more forces that way. Now, one thing I forgot when I set up these... we're going to move around. When I forgot to set up these, let's say, trench decoys, is whether or not the AI... that the AI has to both climb in and climb out, or if they're not doing that, they have to climb over. So it's going to suck one way or another for them. As much as possible. There, they just took the trench. Now what are you going to do? This... if this works, it could be a fantastic way to tie up companies. Because the AI, like myself, we have a pop cap of 30. So you can have 30 companies. They just deployed 3 in an absolutely dogshit position. And they're not going to be able to shoot, they're not going to be able to move without me shooting back at them. So if they do the same thing here, here, and here, that's another 3 companies. They decide to take these, by all means, go ahead. See where it gets you. Which might not be very far. Here's another company. Oh, and if they put guys in here, and they want to cross them, they're going to have to climb in and over, which is going to cost them a lot of time. Yep, here we go. They just climbed into the trench, and now they're climbing back out. Oh, I love this. I love it when a plan comes together. Here we go. These guys are going to take a load of fire, but you're definitely noticing the distinction between the regulars and the elites, because the elites just do a ton more damage. Also, the fact that they're coming from this side because they captured Bravo means they have to go through this barbed wire and then this. So, yeah, by all means, well done. Fantastic performance by the AI. They're still holding on to this. For some reason or another. Now, I'm still at 30 out of 30. I can still call in some additional companies, but not many. And considering how badly these elites are kicking my guy's ass, I might need to bring in a fresh company rather soon. Yep. Like right about now, but that doesn't mean that these trenches are suddenly going to be useful. Absolutely not, because they're still looking the wrong way. Even if they weren't, they simply can't hit me over here, and I can use my own trenches to get to a different position. So, try to keep an open mind when you're playing a game. Try to stay adventurous, because who knows where it will get you. It might end up working out really quite nicely. I will pull this company back as 51 men. They're really badly hurt. I can't exactly keep these guys around. It's too much damage for them. I will, however, give them a safe exit, which is here. Because from here, these guys can't shoot me anymore. So let's just get out and try and get home safely. If you guys are going to keep attacking with one group, there we go. It's not going to go well. But they're not. They're sacrificing the youth of Germany first in the form of all the conscripts. And the conscripts are not having a great time. But they are making it so that the elites can get in. So in that sense, they're doing their job. Which is less than ideal. Because now this trench will not shoot. These trenches, they don't do much, so let's relocate them there. This is really bad. Now that there's 2 elites in there, I'm definitely going to need more men. A lot more. That did not stack into the trench. No, 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 no. We're going to move trench to trench. They still got these. Oh, man. No, 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 no. Trench. Now. Thank you. Here come the elites. Yeah, see, this is why. Trench! Dude. Get the heck in there. Now, you moron. Good lord. You'd think they'd be motivated. You'd be wrong. Let's bring an additional company this way. The other one that way. I'm going to get rid of these Germans. I can't have these Germans in my trench. Get out. 225 men per company versus 45. Let's see how many I have left standing by the end of the fight. No! Don't leave the trench. So they killed 30 men there and they killed 25 men there. That's not a bad performance considering how many men they had. This way. Sideways, please. No. Jesus. When they start climbing out of the trench, getting them to go back into the trench takes a little too much time. Off you go. We're going to swap one of these back. So I can get a bunch of fresh shooters here, which I might need. Here we go again. I'm seeing a bunch of regular companies, not elites. I wonder how many elites they got left. Go. Looks like we're late to the party, dude. I think the guests are just arriving just as much as you are, so don't sweat it. Plenty to go around for everybody. One might even say too many to go around for everybody. Move. This way. For now, there's too many German companies to really take all the trenches. So they're going to be out in the open. Which gives me some time to still take a bunch of them down before it's going to be man-to-man. That bomber's just getting a nice air show, but that's all of it. Oh, sorry, not an air show. They are the air show. They're getting a good eye on the situation. Front row seat right from above. Will it help them? I rather think not. We've pushed back their forces. Well... I doubt that, dude. I rather doubt that. You're going to move on to there. Give me another company over there as well. Okay, you guys can leave. It is interesting that they got not only these three, but also a whole bunch more. They're constantly attacking from this side, despite me bolstering this side constantly. Yet, of course, the AI doesn't seem to quite understand that. At some point, I can start pulling away troops from here as well. Probably should have been doing that. Yeah, you guys can also move. Good lord, there's a lot of them. Anybody got a siege already? Because this is a beautiful target. Same as for a bomber to strafe the shit out of that. You could get so many kills. That's insane, the amount of kills you can get here. Yeah, they lost. Makes sense. That's an elite. Jesus. Welcome to Anthill Simulator. Whoa, that elite company died quickly. Okay, time to start cycling a couple of these guys forward. Seeing as they're not doing much useful work here. Swap. I'd love to take this position back here at Bravo. But in 5 minutes, without Artie and still an elite company in there, I'm not going to bother. It's too risky. The reward isn't there. Kick these guys out, get that trench back. You help out here. This is going to be a nasty fight. Get this. You two, relocate. You, relocate. Ooh. It's going to be pretty even. Should win that, but not by a lot. This is even more problematic. Get him out of here. Ooh, they won it. Okay. You guys are going to move there. You're going to move here. We need to crank up these numbers. These are rookie numbers. Get in here. Go. Because there's bound to be another wave, and we're about to meet it. Head on. Get in here. Get in here. Group from the command trench, go there. Got one wave, or one group. There goes conscripts. Yeah, it's somewhat. Yep, next. Get the elites. I should really be prioritizing the elites. If at all possible. Fire at will. No. Fire at these dudes. Don't fire at will. The elites are far more lethal than anything else they got. Now, I'm down for supplies. I got nothing left. So everything is going to have to come out of the trenches as I have them. Which is not a good state of affairs. But they got 3 minutes left, so we should hold. Yeah, dead. They did take this trench. They're now moving over the... Okay, that's a peculiar course of action. This is bad. Get in here. Get in here. I can only pull so many companies from the left before they launch an attack there. Surprisingly, they haven't even probed the alpha point yet. They just full-heartedly push into this side with everything they got. In these man-to-man fights, these guys are so damn deadly. It's not to be taken lightly, these elites. Man the front line again. Oh, they did push these guys out. No, they didn't. I'm still there. Oh, geez, there's another wave? Yeah, no, I'll take your ceasefire, thank you. Damn. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. That almost went wrong. Because I didn't have a supply company or a supply depot there. Cost them 1,300, cost me 400. With my little band of brothers, I did lose quite a lot of men, but not nearly as much as they did. So we held. Now the results aren't that great nor that bad. I lost 1 national will, I lost 5. If I can trade 1 for 5 every battle, I'll take it. November 1915, plus 1,200 in gold, plus 2 research points. Saving the research points is not really going to get me any closer to the tank. We're going to have to go through efficient already anyway. So let's get this. It's going to cut down the reload time of the light already by a bit. Beyond that, not terribly interesting. So, let's get a supply cache over here, a supply depot. Potentially a bigger one. Did they move any doom stacks around? Maybe. The Colmar group now has 12. I believe they used to be a little lower. I already have the highest supply depot I can get. So I don't really need to do much more. Okay, I'm going to take a few battles off screen and see if I can get to the tank. And here we are, February 1916. It's a great day to get a tank. Because why not? I can get the tank warfare. It's going to cost me... No, I don't need that. It's going to cost me 5 points. And with this, I'm unlocking the Mark I for the British, the FT tank for the French, and the German Sturmpanzerwagen for purchase in the global purchase menu, as well as granting me 2 free tank battalions. I'm going to get a British and a French, and the Central Powers get 2 French. Sorry, get 2 Germans, of course. I also had a situation here that said I need to open the skies, which is going to give me fighter planes, or I'll need the research fighter planes, which will give me a couple of free French air wings. French and British. So now that I'm sort of, at least very briefly, freed up from having to do only the research on the tanks, I can do this and start making sure that my tanks get defended. Because right now, the tanks can get hit by bombers. The enemy has bombers, and they've used them fairly extensively. So it's going to be rather important for me to make sure that my tanks get air cover. Now, what's this revolt? Sommenult? Here? Why? They will not follow orders due to battle fatigue and harsh... What? What battle fatigue are you on about? These guys haven't fought once. This is some nonsense. Anyway, the British are gonna... No, sorry, the French are gonna have pretty serious reinforcements here if they want to survive this death stack over here in the form of 14 corps coming out of Colmar. The situation here in the north is okay. This is another 8. This is another 6. It's not strictly great. What's this event? New weapon of war. The British have created a new weapon of war that their soldiers are calling a tank. The tracked vehicle protected by heavy armor, the tank can move across the battlefield and fire weapons at the enemy while protecting the crew inside, which supposedly was not a very great place of work. From reports, the Metal Beast has some issues to work out, you don't say. But I'm sure the Germany watched with fear as they approached. So, I now get a couple of these FTs, some with cannons, some with guns. I only get one group for the French, that is. I can buy French FT tanks, French FT battalions, 2 cannons and 2 mitrailleuses. Or I can get 1 male and 2 female machine gun tanks. So that's going to be the Mark 1 and Mark 4. Sorry, I can get the Mark 1 or the Mark 4 tanks and 1 Whippet tank, depending on research. They'll be shipped to Calais. Same for the fighters, or sorry, for the air wing. It's 4 squadrons with 2 fighters and 1 bomber. Same here. 2 fighters, 1 bomber each. Okay, so now the big question is, where am I going to strike? I'm thinking of striking at the original intended spot of Ypres, bringing tanks to Oudenaarde and just completely level the place, go punch harder into Charleroi, surround Brussels, and punch potentially all the way to Hasselt, making sure that this entire area gets cut off, that I move my front line. It's not necessarily ideal because some of these sectors are going to have a lot of borders, making it fairly difficult to defend. Alternatively, I can use my tanks more defensively, which is not necessarily great, but considering the enemy, considering the threat, I think it might just work. So let's get a couple of tanks bought. I'm going to use... I think I'm going to use the British as offensive and the French more as defensive units. So we're going to send one to Lunéville. Also going to send one to Nancy. And I'll take a couple of these Brits. That's 5 companies. You're going to move to Ypres, and either the enemy will respond, or they won't. If they won't, on their head be it. The guys over here in Paris are going to have to provide top cover to the tanks. One in Lunéville, one in Épinal. I still have a bunch more gold reserves. There's not really... Yeah, there's a semi-doom stack here, but I got 4 companies there, 4 here, 4 here. They won't attack. If they do, they're going to regret it. Now, if they have intel on this region, they'll know what I'm doing. They'll know. I cannot see Ghent. That's weird. So these guys got a supply, these guys got a supply. Okay, fine. Yeah. Do I want to attack anywhere else? Perron? Bad attack. I'm thinking Noyon and then Guise. But Florenne, not great with 3 stars. Vervins, potentially. I mean, it could work. I'm thinking of just moving up the border here. But Stenay is a threat, so it'd have to be like Noyon, Guise, Vervins, Mazerny, Vouziers. If you want to be really ambitious, you punch a hole from Vouziers and you go all the way north. That's extraordinarily aggressive. So that's what we're going to do. I'll take 4 more British tank companies. And we're going to park these guys here, Châtillon. You're going to get a British air wing for top cover. And we're going to have a little party with the tanks. First, it's up to the French. Oh, sorry. It's up to the enemy. I don't think so. So they didn't actually do anything. Except move stuff around and scout from Lille. There's 11 cores over here. That's not great. Okay. So what am I going to do next? Well, upgrade the tanks, naturally. I can unlock the British Mark IV, which replaces the Mark I. I'm not sure how much of an improvement that is. The game doesn't tell me. Or the mechanic garage. I'm going to go for the garage because I really want to make sure that my tanks don't empty the bank account all by themselves as I try to go on the offensive. So, Ypres gets their own mechanic garage. And Ypres is going to have a little party. It's going to be over there in Oudenaarde. They think it's a loss. I really don't think so. I got 10 machine gun tanks. I got 5 cannon tanks. We're going to roll right in there. So, let's analyze the battlefield. We have a pretty hefty line of trenches already. I can use that. I can even launch an assault from here. I only need to defend a little bit and attack 3 sides. Yankee, command trench, and X-ray. This is going to make it easier. And defending or destroying 8 machine gun nests, yeah, I should be able to make that happen. Shouldn't be too difficult. Now, this is definitely a trench line that I built before. Especially since there's barbed wire. The AI never puts that down all by themselves. So let's get a couple of troops in here and let's spend a lot on tanks. Because I'm going to need these machine gun tanks to mop up the infantry and the tanks with the guns, the cannons, to wipe out machine gun nests, which is an objective. So, save a bunch of money here on the infantry. Especially since PopCap is also used up by tanks. Just keep in mind one thing. Tanks are good, but cannot capture any terrain. So I could have 15 tanks parked there, but they wouldn't actually do anything. That's a bit of a problem. I will try and have as many of these things survive, because if you lose them, you lose the whole group, which is generally not great. Let's get an observation balloon here. And as long as I can kill off machine gun nests, well, mortar nests, that is, I should be fine. Let's get a couple of cannons. I'm going to get as many tanks early as possible. 1, 2, 3. I could have a defensive tank here, because you're basically paying for 5 machine guns for the price of 40, which is a bargain. And this way, if something decides to roll up, like if an infantry wave comes up, we'll just we'll persuade them that that might not be in their best interests. I think that would be a fairly accurate description. Let's get some light arty. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going all in on tanks. Because let's see if they're still as strong as they were before the 1.1 patch hit. They were ridiculously strong back then. The end of the previous video series was basically just a big tank rush. It was extraordinarily effective. Because the enemy just did not have any defenses. If they don't have any defenses now, this is going to be a rough introduction of these guys to the tank. I might actually have too many to actually make good use of, considering that these things do tend to get into each other's way. Look at this. Okay, so I need to mop up machine gun nests. There's a few of them around. Ooh, a blockhouse trench. And another. Oh, they got a balloon. That's going to make it interesting. Why are there fighters here? I suspect they have a specific target in mind. No, thanks. Boys, we need to go. Move. I will not lose these tanks to a bunch of just shitty German elite infantry. Absolutely not. Power through. Mop up the machine guns. That's a priority target, because they will do quite a lot of damage. And if a tank takes too much damage, I will be forced to pull it back, so that I don't have to spend a ton of money in order to get these guys back online. Let's go into the tree line. This thing is badly, badly damaged. You're going to pull back. Those fighters are definitely not here for the show. They're here because they're eager to take down my observation balloon. And of course I can't let them do that. Okay, mop up this machine gun. Be quick about it. Is the game lagging? Oh, sorry, no, I'm playing it on low diff or low speed. Move. Not you. You're gonna retreat. Move. I refuse to lose a single tank. Retreat. Take this point. Yeah, tanks are still ridiculously strong. Like, this is, they're already gone. There's more infantry companies coming in. But, like, what is a man to do? Anti-tank guns weren't a thing because nobody was expecting a tank. Their target prioritization does need a bit of work, because it just seems like they don't give a shit about the fact that there's a whole bunch of infantry out in the open. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's really quite random. Cute. Okay. Get our eyes back up. Get these companies to help here. Playing the game like this almost feels unfair. I mean, I bought it fair and square according to the own game mechanics. The fact that I'm rolling through with the weapons of war that I researched is logical. It's just that it's a bit easy. You need to go back. What's your deal? Is that a cannon tank? No, it's an MG tank. But for some reason it wasn't doing MG things. That's weird. Go back. Did we lose one? Huh. Wasn't planning on losing any. Okay, so Yankee is secure. That's cute. These infantrymen... Did they even fire a single shot? Well, they did take some fire. But nothing dramatic. Let's get a couple of elites in here. I do fear that I've lost my mass advantage with the tanks. I can get a couple... What is that? Cannons? Yeah. Let's get those guys. Let's start doing a bit of suppressive damage here. Just making sure that they can't do much. But die very, very quickly. I want this command trench so that the reinforcements here stop. Stop wasting your machine gun time on things you cannot kill. You cannot kill artillery with a machine gun. So just don't. Don't bother. You have a little bit of a poke into the command trench. You guys too. No, 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 no. Kill these. Push. You guys are healthy. Got that one. And keep in mind that there is an upgrade where these guys get yield when they're not in combat. Like, how overpoweredly stupid do you want to make these things? Leave. Did I have another one? Yeah, I do. I just don't exactly think you need to be using these things in solos. Because they don't seem to do that well solo. Alright, that's a bunch of men. They're really pouring in the reinforcements here. That's for sure. Tanks back. Elite. 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 Okay, the command trench is getting captured, but they're fighting back. They're trying to get reinforcements in. I wonder why. I wonder why. Kill these elites. Quickly. They're about to take it back. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I want you out of this fight. You, and you can move up. It's 3 cannon tanks and 1 machine gun tank. So let's get rid of some of these. Clear them out. Oh, why are you not in there? What the hell? They're out in the open. Oh, now I remember this map. This is where I pushed sideways here from... Yeah, I pushed into these trenches, and it was a difficult and bloody fight. It was episode 3, I think. That's what that was. Gentlemen, go make yourselves useful. Thank you. Why did I have to spell that out? Push. Push. Give me another elite in there. Give me another elite moving forward. What the hell? You guys are not supposed to fight back. Not like this. Because they're about to take the command trench back. Ah, fine. I'll take it out on these guys. My dissatisfaction. What? Oh, crap. Go there. Yep, they just took the command trench back. Ugh. Why do you have to be difficult? I thought we could come to some sort of understanding, but I guess not. Cannons, work over that already. That's another elite group on the run. You don't have to step on them. I'm just asking you to take them out. Turn. Shoot your gun. And mop up that whole arty group. Thank you. Dude, this is getting tedious. Get out. These. We've pushed back their forces. Well, I'm not sure anybody told the Germans. They keep pouring in more reinforcements. Cannon, wipe out that machine gun. I mean, those machine guns are cute, but they are a little damaging. Yeah, I don't have any further tanks here. Go. We're gonna have to cut them off here. Okay, command trench capture. That's taking down another spawn point. Gone. I really hope I pulled my tanks back in time so I don't lose entire tank groups. Because replacing that can get pretty expensive. Take him down. You're the cannon tank. This is your department. Another MG back there. Let's give them the good news. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, let's game the mechanics a little and start moving while we're capturing the command trench. That way you're not actually taking time away from the game, because the clock has stopped. Good lord. Will you never learn? Just roll over them. You, with the cannons, push in. This thing is losing health at a fairly alarming rate. There you go. Machine gun down. Very alarming rate at this point. Jesus, they got the place completely locked down. Ooh, they're gonna get it. 1%. Nope. It survived on 0%. Yeah, sure. Let's not look too deeply into the mechanics of that. Command trench taken down. I need to start pushing companies in here. I definitely lost a bunch of tanks here. I need to be a bit more careful with these things. And I definitely need to start upgrading them to a better tier. Like the Mark IV. Also, I just don't understand why this thing will not shoot its gun down at the infantry here. It's just shooting the port side machine gun, I guess. And that's all it's doing. I don't understand. Nor do I really know how to improve the situation. Hit. Oh, there's a bunch of you, huh? I'm trying to get into range of X so that they're not going to be able to bring in reinforcements in. But they're putting up a pretty stubborn fight. They need to be shown the error of their ways. Gone. You guys got 0 morale. Why are you not broken? Gone. Gone. Okay, is that it? That should put me into range, yes? Yes. They can no longer bring in reinforcements. Surrender. Yeah, I'll accept your surrender. Thank you. All remaining control points are ours. The real question that I want answers to is, how many tanks did this little enterprise cost me? Because this did feel like it was fairly expensive. 460. I lost 5 heavy tanks. Could have been worse. They lost a lot. So that's the tank. Properly introduced. And definitely making an impact on the battlefield. Plus 10 national will for the Allies. Minus 13 for the Germans. Great victory. Oudenaarde is now at risk of getting taken over if this stack attacks again. But I cannot do that this turn. I cannot do that this episode. We'll have to wait. And I'm similarly going to wait for further units over here. Now, I want to have answers to how many tanks did I lose? What? Oh, okay. So this was expensive. Because the game said, yeah, we can reinforce the tank group that survived. But because I lost heavy tanks that couldn't get resupplied or reinforced, replaced, the whole tank group got destroyed. Fuck me. Okay, so I'm going to have to buy a bunch more tanks now. Lovely. 1, 2, 3. You guys get your ass over there. We'll just have to be more careful and make sure that these guys get more armor, because that is one of the upgrades that they can get. Tank refinement. Tank refinement again. Where was it? Here, I think. Base health of tanks increased by 10%. But this is the one I'm going for. Repair bay. Tank teams carry a mechanic that repairs the tank when not in combat. So, ideally, you attack, you pull back, you attack, you pull back, without losing a tank at all. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon for more tank action.